Welcome back to Mango Plays Planet Zoo. Unfortunately, I have to say that once again, my audio, my mic quality went down the toilet. It sounded like a mini helicopter was hovering above my head, so every time I spoke, the noise would drop in, and rather annoying. So once again, I'm going to attempt to do a voiceover on this video, so apologies if it isn't up to normal quality standard. So first off, I spent I think 2 hours attempting to right my wrongs from my previous episode, get enough money together to be able to build a new exhibit, because I wasn't even able to afford to purchase enrichment items for the lemurs, which I'm very excited about. Here I go. I now get to be able to put in some food enrichment and some toy enrichment. I still don't understand why the tourists won't go into the lemur park building to watch the lemurs, which is quite sad. So I moved the enrichment items out here to increase hopefully their donation spend, because they see obviously the red ruff lemurs playing with all the wonderful things. I got very excited by the fact I could purchase the enrichment thing, so I think I literally purchased every single enrichment item. I was just like, have it all. You've bred without them, have it all. I'm not sure at this point whether or not I've had a couple of fights, because we have had one birth from the lemurs, a lovely little male, and yeah, they didn't get on. Too many males to the female quota. Next up, I am basically doing some work here, wanting to add the otter exhibit, but of course Planet Zoo doesn't have otters, so Crikey Zoo is going to be without the otters, but instead we're going to have the Chinese pangolins. So I looked into the Zoopedia, and they are the things I thought I felt like fit the otters the most. Again, I'm trying to learn from my mistakes of the last one. I haven't got enough money. I've only got 25,000. So I'm just doing a really basic exhibit here. Hopefully in a future episode we can come back and start making things prettier. So the Chinese pangolins are absolutely and utterly adorable. I did not know of them before right now, and yeah, they're just absolutely adorable, which hopefully you'll be about to see. But we've got to have a birth, so our little red ruff lemur is planning to give birth in front of these guys. It's whoa. look at what's going on there. I'm not sure what's happening with those characters in the back there, but obviously our lemurs decided, nah, I've had enough. You guys are freaky looking. I'm going away to give birth. And there we go. Oh, it's so... Whoa, we got twins. I forgot. Tisky is very fertile by the seams of it, and we got a couple of girls, I do believe. So I think we're up to 4 lemurs in that exhibit now, which is nice, and I've learnt my lesson with pausing whilst building. I keep saying I've learnt my lesson. I'm bound to unlearn my lesson soon. So the pangolins, I was a little bit saddened because I love a bit of greenery in the habitat, but they really don't like it, and they were very much wanting basically the whole thing to be dirt. So whilst I'm doing that, let me talk or read out the Zoopedia description. So apparently the population in the wild isn't fully known because the pangolins are so shy. So they sort of estimated between 50,000 and 100,000, which is not many. Hence why they are on the endangered list. So the Chinese pangolin is critically endangered. They are an insectivorous, basically they eat insects. Species native to India, Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Myanmar, Taiwan, and southern China. They are small, secretive, and slow-moving animals. Their most distinguishing feature being their layered armor, like keratinous scales even. And they're about 40 to 58 centimeters long, with a tail measuring 25 to 38 centimeters. They spend their days sleeping in burrows and nights foraging for ants, termites, and other insects. They're quite solitary animals, apparently, so having two in here is probably not exactly what you'd do. From what I understand, real life, they live on their own, unless it's a female pangolin that will obviously live with their children or child. They typically only have one per birth. So they are a mammal. They give birth to live rather than lay eggs. And apparently during the mating season, the male pangolins will trap the female by scent into her burrow. So basically, they don't even knock, they just walk straight in. It's rude. And if she is receptive, the two will mate before parting ways. Pregnancy lasts about 8 months. And again, not much is known due to the secretive nature of these of the species. The scales are really hard apparently on the pangolins, but when a child is born, it's really soft. And hopefully in a bit when we get close up, you'll see the pangolins have like really long claws. It's used for digging. It's not used for self-defense. They have very little defense. They're like the armadillos. Their defense against attack is to roll up in a ball, which when it's a human, that isn't much of a defense. Unfortunately, we kind of can get around that. Just look how cute this animation is, and the pangolins themselves, they're absolutely so adorable. I've looked at real life videos now of them, and they are just as cute in real life. This is them having a little bit of a mating moment. I do believe this one wasn't successful, and the next one was, which I missed. I didn't get it on camera. But they're very hard to breed in zoos. I believe there's only been a few that have been managed to be bred in zoos, which is obviously rather disappointing for the conservation effort that the world is trying to mount for these animals. I was very basic in the decoration. They don't like a lot. Here, this is me explaining my plans for the future episodes. So, hopefully I remember to throw up a diagram of the Australian Zoo. Obviously, there is a lot of things that I've done a little bit squiff and out of joint in Crikey Zoo. But where I was aiming there on the left-hand side, in the green area over there, that's where I am looking to put the Nile monitors. This, which I'm currently looking at here, is where I'm going to put the spiders and reptiles. That is going to be our tortoises and turtle habitat. Currently, it is Komodo baby overflow because they will not stop breeding. And the same with the gharials. I'm just, I think, talking about how I've had to put them on contraceptives at the moment, because I think I have 13 gharial babies in my trade center, because I can't afford to feed them right now. Saying that, I've just looked, and look, there's 40,000. So adding a pangolin exhibit has really helped. You can see how popular that is. People are just beaming straight towards it, which is rather disappointing, because personally I'd beam straight to the lemur park. You see also I've put some additional windows in so that we've got a few extra viewing angles for the lemur park as people make their ways to the Chinese pangolins. The plan is to have, as I said, the Nile monitors on the left here. On the right hand side have some foods and drink, and then where I'm currently waggling my cursor is going to be our first crocodile. The first crocodile of our Crikey Zoo, and I'm going to name it exactly how that crocodile's named in Australian Zoo, at least Scrappy. And yeah, that's where it's going to live. And we are going to have a rather large exhibit. I've got a large exhibit for the crocodile. But look, we've got another birth about to happen. This, so as I said, I had some fights with the males, the male baby, well, adolescents, and the sort of the master male in here. And so I tried to get around that by purchasing some additional females with conservation points or credits. Which meant that we just ended up having a lot more births, a lot more pregnancies. Obviously, it can be quite easy for me to just stem the flow of that by adding one contraception. I don't know if you just noticed that. Hopefully, you did. Whilst I was putting the bedding down, one of our pangolins just disappeared. One of them. Where's the other one? And this is me now attempting to find it. It took me an age to find it. I'm doing all the tricks I've learned. She's pregnant. Click on the little thing, show me where it is. I'm staring at it. I know it's quite camouflaged. I'm like, did it escape? Pregnant and invisible. I'm really worried we're going to have the escaped animal warning. But no, just happened to glitch underneath. It's happily sleeping, but I was really worried it wouldn't be able to pop back out, so I moved it. I disturbed her sleep. So at this point, I noticed she's got offspring due. And I'm like, how? How has she got offspring due? These are supposed to be incredibly difficult to breed. I haven't even, finished decorating up the place. I've only thrown a basic shelter down. Nothing nice, but nope. Apparently, I have the most reproductive animals in the world, and Bob's your uncle. Here they are, producing like rabbits. So we've got a little baby pangolin on the way. Also, as before, because I'd been waiting for so long to actually get enough money to build this exhibit, I've just been researching disease after disease after disease in the vet clinic, and keeping two things on research in the mechanics area. Mechanic research is a lot slower than the vet's one, which is a little bit disappointing because I want my new features. But yeah, I'm looking at the babies here. They're a little bit upset. They haven't got enough toy enrichment in the lemur area. So here's me just throwing down toys. I love the fact that there's a little keyboard and a mirror mobile. I haven't yet seen them interact with them, and hopefully I'll be able to get a clip of that soon. But yeah, they're just, oh, I love the lemurs. They're absolutely beyond adorable. And oh yeah, I forgot, we have a baby pangolin about to arrive. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed the episode. If you did, don't forget to leave me a like, subscribe if you're new, leave me a comment down below and let me know what you think of pangolins, especially the sunset vibe on our pangolin birth. That is a word that I am unsure if I'm pronouncing correct, to be honest. But guys, hopefully you found them as adorable as I did, and see you in the next one. Bye for now.